Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a pick a deck reading today. So we have three decks for you to choose from. If one catches your eye, see if it resonates for you. And we have the Supernatural deck, we have the Dragon deck, and we have the Tattoo Tarot deck. I'll be starting with the Supernatural deck, but feel free to go ahead and pause the video, act like you're putting your hands on one of these, meditate with it for a second, and I'll see what energy I get and see if it resonates for you. These will be general, like seeing what I get for the people who pick each deck. So, as with all general readings, some of it may resonate, all of it may resonate, or none of it may resonate. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. So let's go ahead and start with the Supernatural deck. So it seems like those who chose the Supernatural deck are coming into a better place. I just saw like you starting to get this spark again, this excitement again, this lust for life, this passion for whatever it is, maybe a creative project. There is this passion, so it could be a new job, could be new romance, could just be something that really gets you going. And it seems to be after a time that of a lot of tension that maybe it was a struggle to let go of this. It took you a while to decide, like, okay, do I let go of this? Do I not? And it seems like you're kind of trying to be the better person, the bigger person during this whole thing, and consider, like, try not to let the emotional turmoil dictate how you act, like, because you can see why the person is acting the way they are and you don't really want to stoop to their level is kind of what I'm getting on this. It's like there's tension for a reason and you don't want to add to it. It may not be stooping to their level. Like I said, there's a general rating. So some of you, maybe you don't want to stoop to their level. Some of you may just not want to add to the tension, but there's just this whole like removal of the tension. You may be with the Chariot, you may be trying to work with this and to move into a direction where this is getting better, but I was also kind of just getting the feeling that this was something that you were moving on from. But this is a general reading, so this could end up being different paths for different people. But I do see you getting hope again, you getting excitement again. And when I drew for advice, it's like, okay, that's what you go for. That's what you go for. You go for the excitement. You go for the things that bring you joy. Go for take the leap of faith into things that just these new journeys that you want to embark on, the things that fulfill you. Like, don't let the tension hold you back anymore, which I kind of think you're already doing. So this advice may just be like a affirmation that you're on the right track, because you may be like, oh, I left this tense environment behind. There may be some guilt with that, but it seems like you're doing what's best for you, and the advice is to continue doing what's best for you. So in case you can't see the cards very well and you want to see them, the cards in the spread were the Ace of Bones, the Six of Swords, or well, this deck it's Blades, the Star, the Chariot, the King of Goblets, which would be like the King of Cups in a normal deck, the Two of Blades, the Five of Bones, which would be like wands instead of bones, the Eight of Bones, the Fools, or the Fool in a regular deck, and the Ace of Goblets, or Cups again. So you or somebody you were dealing with could be a fire sign, water sign. We have Aquarius, Pisces specifically, We have two Aquarius cards here. And Cancer. Doesn't have to be, just throwing out the signs from the reading. So I I think that was a quick and easy one. Like, you guys just needed to know, like, in case there was any guilt, like, you needed to know you were on the right track here. Just a little affirmation, like you're doing good. So we're going to go ahead and go on to the next deck, which would be the Dragon deck. So for the Dragon deck people, I just kind of see a situation where you either figured out that you had to protect yourself for some reason from somebody and you're moving on past this, like, or you figured out that they were sneaky. Either way, it's just kind of, you figured out you were guarding yourselves from someone, like, that just it. For some of you, maybe they just kept attacking you and you just had to just be on guard with them, or there's just like this whole on guard because they're sneaky and deceptive and they may be lying, and like something about it coming to light here with the Sun card right there. Like, everything's just being illuminated. Even if you don't have all the answers to this, the fact that they're sneaky and you know it now has been illuminated, and it's just kind of like you may not really want to move forward, but I think you're sitting in your power and you're realizing I deserve better than this, and you may be wanting to plan for something better here, but you may be a little bitter about moving on. You may be a little bitter about having to end this because this was something that once really excited you, but you do have, it feels like there is something here that could also be a new opportunity for you. Maybe not romantic, but because this does kind of feel like, I took it as romantic, but I mean, heck, this could be workplace drama, or someone betraying you at a workplace or in the family or a friend. This does not have to be romantic, but oh, this is why I took it romantic, because the Ten of Cups was down here. Yeah, that's why I took it as romantic. But I do see you having other passions coming in, like new beginnings here, something that excites you that you want to do. And this may not be another relationship, like I said. It may be something that just really gets you up and going. But I think you just need to know, like, it feels like you're upset, but you're still doing really good about standing in your power and just knowing that better things are coming. And I think they are, if they're not already here, something that's going to excite you. I just heard connect the dots, like, with this little star thing, like, something that you want to do that gets you up in the morning. And as far as the advice, like, this may be done, this situation, and it's upsetting. And you may have to take time and chill and relax and all that, and maybe take a step back from all this. You may want to consider the other person's point of view too, because I get this whole vibe that sometimes when we have an ending, we just like to pretend like it was all trash, it was all bad, and we forget about all the good things that came out of the relationships, or that you once were fulfilled in the relationship, like it had meaning. Just because it ended doesn't mean that it wasn't once meaningful. And I think this is just, in the advice position, I think this is just a reminder while you're taking a step back, not to just let your sad feelings and anger are valid. I don't want to invalidate them, but don't let them continue to the point of forgetting about all the positive as well in these situations. Don't just be like, oh, they never did anything good, because there's a reason why you were here. Like, I get the sense that you're too strong not to be, and maybe you don't feel like it, but like, we got a Queen of Wands, we got the Sun. I just feel like those are some powerful cards here. So signs that are on the table They could be in your chart. They could be in the person you're dealing with chart. This being a general reading, who knows? It's mainly fire sign energy. We have a fire sign in general card. We have Leo. We have Aries, and then we have Cancer. We have a Pisces card, and we have what's this one? Capricorn and Aquarius. I had to think of who Saturn was for a second. Although this world card does have all the fixed signs on it. Now the world is a Saturn card, but why not throw that out there? So anyway, just to show you the cards in case you want to see them, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Sun, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, the World, the Three of Coins, the Nine of Wands, Ten of Cups, and the Hanging Dragon. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. We're going to go ahead and get on to the Tattoo Tarot deck. Okay, for those who picked the Tattoo Tarot deck, I see this being a situation where you've come to a shocking ending here. Like, you didn't see it coming, and I feel like it's because someone was really good at lying to you, deceiving you, and it's led to a lot of heartbreak and just betrayal, and you're just like, what even happened here? And I think, like, you were so in it that you didn't really, it's like, I want to say codependency vibes or something. Like, you were just so, I don't know if codependency is the right thing, but it's just like, you just cared about them so much, and it's almost like you put them on such a high pedestal that then they could just never do wrong, and you just enjoyed doing things for them so much. It's like you just loved them so much and cared about them so much and just kept giving, and you're like, you know what, we fight sometimes, but then we also celebrate, we also party, we also have a good time. But then the Seven of Cups comes out. What's that about? Were they keeping their options open? Did they never really? It's like you really enjoyed. It's either they kept their options open, or I also kind of see like this being their energy compared to yours here, where you really enjoyed putting into this relationship, where you enjoyed doing things to like make their day better or something, like just little small things that, you know, the little cute things you do in the relationship or something. And this person didn't really do that back. Just kind of like a whole bunch of empty cups here. Maybe didn't really give you the attention that you gave them. And it's not. See, that's where this is kind of getting divided here. It's not really that you didn't do that because you wanted it back. You did it because you enjoyed doing it here. But there's also this tension here, and it comes with the Seven of Cups. So I wanted to draw one more card, and it's the Wheel of Fortune with this Seven of Cups. So I'm kind of getting like this whole, they never really committed type of vibe here. They never really did the things that you would do, really, to try to move this relationship forward, to really get this wheel moving, to get the ball moving, to progress with you. So we got Death, the Empress, and the Hierophant in the advice, and I just see this as a situation where this is a situation where, you know, take your time grieving. This is a death, you know, deaths are not easy. Death of a situation, death of a relationship. It's not easy. It's a transition. So I'm not saying get over it, but this is something that go through the grieving process and through the process of letting go is in the advice. And with this Empress, it's giving love to yourself right now. That's I'm getting that. All this nurturing you would give to them, I think this is a time where you really need to give to yourself, because sometimes during these kind of stages where you just get really shocked, you can be a little more vulnerable than others. And I think that's also why this Hierophant's out here, because I'm trying to be careful about how I say this, because I don't want to victim blame, because it's not your fault that a shitty person is shitty. It's not the innocent, um, trusting person's fault that the deceptive person is shitty. It's not it's not on the innocent trusting person that the shitty deceptive person is going to do those things. But the shitty deceptive person may not stop being shitty and deceptive, and there's so many of those people. So it's just kind of understanding the situation and possibly seeing these signs, especially with this devil card. There's something about, they really got you addicted. They did something for you, and it's like it blinded you to the rest of the situation here, and there does need to be an awareness of this in the future. um, like I said, it's not your fault that they're shitty. It's just that there's a lot of shitty people out there. So there does need to be a little bit of a protection for you, like being aware in these situations type of thing. So, signs I see on the table. We have Capricorn, Sagittarius again, and Pisces. We have Scorpio, Taurus, and Libra, and Taurus again. You could have that in your chart somewhere, or you could have been dealing with that in your chart. This could also just be a general reading. If it resonated and you don't have those signs in your chart, it's fine. I'm just throwing out the cards that were on the table. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully this reading helped. You guys have a great night.